Here's a survey of my radium radioactive watches and parts. I sorted all this stuff out of my 1,000 or so watches, mostly wristwatches. There's a few pocket watches. I sorted them into piles here on radioactivity based on counts per minute. And I'll show with a UV light here. You can see the luminous phosphors glowing. These ones here are basically background, basically no radium. See a little bit of glowing on these ones. These ones here are less than 100 counts per minute. And, you know, these are mostly Swiss watches. There's some American watches in here. This is one of the few pocket watches. There's only a couple pocket. This is about the only quality American pocket watch is this Hampton that's got radium on it. Most pocket watches don't. And these ones are between 100 and 1,000. And, you know, there's all kinds here. Name brands. There's a couple of Swiss alarm watches. These are some Ingersoll radio lights. You'd expect them, but they're really not that high. And the next group is between, this is not focusing, between 1,000 and 3,000. And one of my favorite watches that I've been wearing the most is this Bulova Pilot's watch, which is pretty darn high. And the next group are pretty much the highest ones, not that many of them. This is 3,000 and up. And some of these ones, namely these three, are really high and they don't glow at all. There's another one of these Bulova Pilot's watches. Another Bulova there. I think the highest one is this Ingersoll Midget. I'll show how high that is. I have a couple other. Here's an aircraft gauge and this clock that I just bought and I'm working on, which is about the highest thing I got. And then these are parts. These are luminous hand compound kits. Some hands, a lot of different hands. You can see the kits. Let me get the meter. And this is sort of, you know, these are the ones under 100. Here's between 100 and 1,000. You know, most of these. Here's the ones between 1,000 and 3,000. Here's that Bulova. And then these are the highest ones, 3,000 and up. And then these are these really high ones, like for instance, this one here. This is the highest watch I got. It really is, 8,000. Yeah, here's another Bulova Pilot's watch, also very high. But the highest thing is this clock that I just got, this Chelsea clock I just got running. Let's look how high this thing is. It's like, wow, 66. This aircraft gauge is like more on par with watches. It's more like in the 3,000 range. But this other stuff, these other watch parts, some of these are really high. You know, here's some Bulova hands. New old stock. They're pretty high. Metric gauge radium hands. A lot lower. There's some really hot hands in here. Let me open this up. Some of these, like these two, for instance, that were really much higher than everything else. Wow. Wow. Some other ones. But I have like tons of these hands. Most of them weren't that high. Not like this one. And then I got these Baby Ben hands, and these were really high too, I thought. Oh, maybe not those. Maybe these ones. There's the generic hands. A lot of them. Then these Radium kits. There's one kit that has this stuff marked with the red. Let me open that one. It has this dark stuff. It doesn't glow at all with the UV light, and it's like off the scale. So I was getting over 100,000. There you go. Oh, what I got before. So, a lot of radioactive stuff. Going to be getting rid of most of these parts. The watches I'm not too worried about. A couple of these watches, you know, I might store them differently. Might not wear them as much. Anyways, thank you.